Now Cilla whistles up another bright and perky package, wrapped up as a surprise.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Cilla Black.
Between the eyes, the unpredictable, that's the surprise, you see. Surprise, 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 surprise. Thank you, hello, and welcome to another hour of surprises. And our very first surprise is for our very own Bob Carolgees. Now, he's somewhere in London helping to fix the surprise, which we'll see later. So, are you there, Bobby?
Yeah, we'll do that
Bob,
do that shortly.
are you there,
We'll
Bob?
do that on the second...
Bob!
Yes.
Surprise, surprise! Now, I know you're ever so busy, Bob, but I must tell you right away, it's the top of the show. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Because I have a couple of letters about you, sweetheart.
I'm not surprised.
And both of them are about your hit hat, I'm afraid.
What's wrong with it?
Well, what's right with it, according to Mrs. Marshall? Let me read you this letter. She's from Bermondsey, this Mrs. Marshall. She says, "Dear Cilla, please, please, can you tell Bob Carolgees to stop touching his hat when he's interviewed? He's driving me up the wall." Now, that's just the first one.
Well, it's a habit.
It's a
I don't pick
habit.
my nose, do I?
And here's another one. This is from Mr. Mellett. It says, "Dear Cilla, he really gets right up my nose every time he interviews somebody. His hat is 2 sizes too small, and every minute or so, he has to put his hand up to push it further onto his box. And you're doing it again. Now tell us, Bob, has your head put on weight or what?"
No. Where did all this come from? No.
I told you about a couple of letters.
I've changed my hairstyle. It's gone thicker at the back. He's let it grow at the back.
Well, it looks wonderful, but surprise, surprise, we've got a couple of new hats for you to try on, just to please our viewers. Where are the hats? Are the hats there? Could you hand them in to Bob, please? What have you got first?
Oh, I like this. Now, this is me. Oh. This could be a whole new hit hat, this. Oh, I fancy that. That's lovely.
Well, I don't know. I'll have to ask our
Big
audience.
feather.
Audience, what do you think of this hat?
Was that a no?
Well, it was a no. I'm afraid it was a no, Bob, but I liked it. I do. It's a lovely style. If that style ever comes back, I'll be the first one to get one. What's the other one like you've got there?
Is there another one?
Yes, hope so.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I think that might have the thumbs up. All right, audience, what do you think of the second one? Yes, Andy Capp is alive and well, and he's
I'll go and
standing
find
there.
our Florrie.
Well, but personally, I like that hat too.
Yes.
But personally, I love your old hit hat. But it's up to you, Chuck. And I know you're very busy, and I've interrupted you. We'll come back and see you later on, all right?
Thank you, Cilla. Yeah.
Surprise, surprise! Oh, super. Now, do you remember that old song, "Whistle While You Work"? Yeah. Well, of course you do. Well, Dale Houting from Kent seems to have taken it to heart. Dale is the whistling postman of Sittingbourne, and for the last 17 years, he's been entertaining the customers on his round with his cheerful renditions of Elvis Presley and Jim Reeves numbers. As well as his whistling, Dale has also built up a reputation as a very successful charity fundraiser. He spends 25 hours a week running a bric-a-brac stall and peddling for charity on his bike at the local market. His efforts have not gone unnoticed. He was awarded the British Empire Medal in the New Year's Honours List for all his good work. Well, one of Dale's friends, Pat Briggs, wrote to me saying that the people of Sittingbourne would also like to organise a big thank you for their whistling postie. Well, I posted myself off down to Kent to give Dale a first-class surprise. Dale, surprise, surprise.
Oh. Surprise, all right. Where's this all sprung from?
Well, it's sprung from your friend Pat Briggs. She wrote and told me all about you.
Oh.
Yes.
Briggs from, that's the other end of the town.
Yes.
That's marvellous. So nice to meet you, Cilla.
Ah,
it's marvellous.
lovely to
Thank
meet
you. What a lovely
Dale.
surprise.
Well, all your friends and neighbours think that you're a smashing postman. They really do. And they call you the whistling postman because you never stop whistling.
Well,
And that-
it makes a sort of community spirit, you know?
Well, the people of Sittingbourne, oh, take your hat off. What a lovely head of hair you've got.
I
there.
still have at the moment.
They're very proud of you here in Sittingbourne.
Oh,
and that's
thank you.
why I'm here today.
Right,
I'm
thank
here
you.
to deliver you a Cillagram.
You are, Cilla. That's lovely.
And I've got a very special song for you. It's been specially written, so what are we waiting for?
All right, sir.
Grab your hat, though,
Oh, right.
because we're off. You've heard about the laughing policeman. You heard about him in a song. Do you remember Ernie the milkman? He didn't do it for long. Well, this is all about a postman who works on a stall as well. And any money that he makes will go to charities, so anything he'll sell. And when I tell you that he whistles, everybody whistles. When you whistle with Dave, how can you fail? Let's whistle with Dave. Let's deliver the mail. Let Dale post a little happiness daily, daily. On a Friday, you'll see him on his market stall, always a friendly word to the kids. He works so hard for others, and it's all of us that benefits. And when I tell you that he whistles, everybody whistles. 'Cause when you whistle with Dave, how can you fail? Let's whistle with Dave. Let's deliver the mail. Let Dale post a little happiness daily, daily. Let Dale post a little happiness daily. And here's our postman, Dale, and our audience. There you are, Dale. We had a super day, didn't we, Chuck?
Thank you.
Well, keep on whistling, you know. And more important, keep up that charity work. We all think you're doing a grand job.
Thank you.
Well done. Now, does anybody feel like a bit of horseplay? Yay! Well, somebody who does is Billy Craig from Belfast. Billy's wife Susan wrote and told me about her husband's dream to drive a carriage pulled by 4 horses. That's 4 in hand to all the horsey ones amongst you out there watching. Well, Billy works as a plant technician for an oil company, and the other day when he thought he was making a delivery to a nearby garage, our Bob was waiting to spring a surprise.
Billy? Billy Craig? How are you, Billy?
How you doing?
Nice to see you. Surprise, surprise. Forget that oil. We don't need the oil. That was an excuse to get you here,
is that
Billy.
right?
Yes, that's right. How you doing? All right?
I'm all right, yeah.
We don't need the oil at all, actually.
Is that right?
Because your wife, Susan, has told me all about you.
Is that right?
And she's told me about your passion for horses and horse riding.
Yeah.
You love horses, don't
Yeah.
you?
That's true.
And you have an unfulfilled ambition, don't you?
Yeah.
To drive a 4-hand carriage.
That's true.
Is that right?
That's right, yeah.
Well, surprise, surprise, Billy, that's what you're going to do. We have arranged for you to have expert tuition off a world record-breaking carriage driver.
Is that right?
And we want you to drive a 4-hand carriage for us on surprise prize. And this fella, listen to this, this fella is one of the fellas who drives with Duke of Edinburgh.
Is that true?
So you better get your best jodhpurs on and,
Yeah.
and we'll go and do it.
Well, I'm afraid I can't do it at the moment, for I'm tied up with the manager of this company here. So.
Oh, no, it's all of rain. It's all fixed. He's one of the ones that helped us to get
right?
So forget the oil. Forget the oil, put it back in, shut the door, Billy. We don't need that. We'll leave the fan there. It's all sorted out, you see? Yes, he's just spotted his wife's suit.
Well, we got in touch with John Parker, a world record carriage driver, and he's agreed to put Billy through his paces. The Coldstream Guards have kindly allowed us to use their parade ground at Wellington Barracks right here in London. So let's go over there live and see how they're getting on. Are you there, Bob? Ooh.
I certainly am. All dressed up for a wedding and there's not one on.
The state here with the price of fish. You look wonderful, Bob. What's occurring?
Thank you very much. Well, as you can probably see behind me, John's putting Billy through his paces here with the lovely Norwich Union Greys. Aren't they a beautiful sight, those 4 horses?
Absolutely gorgeous. John looks happy.
Yes. Well, he's been actually working with Billy now for a couple of days because it takes apparently up to 9 months to actually learn how to handle a 4-horse like this. But in 2 days, Billy apparently is doing extremely well because it's very difficult. It looks easy when they, steer them.
Go on, Dad.
It's not easy at all, apparently.
Go on, nice and
Those horses are gorgeous. They're Hungarian Greys, aren't they, Bob?
If you say so, Cilla, they must be. I don't know the nationality. I haven't spoken to any of them. Well, you see the course we've laid out. It's going around in a circle at the moment. We've put little orange balls on top of these cones, which he hasn't knocked any off yet. But obviously, if he knocks a ball off, then he loses points. What from, we don't know. Isn't that a lovely sight?
Oh, that's marvellous. Look at that. He's doing ever so well. And did you say he's only had 2 days tuition, Bob?
Just literally hours. As I say, it takes 9 months to learn how to do this. And there's only, John was telling me, there's only 20, 30 people in the country that can actually control a 4-hand horse. And if you notice, Cilla, another interesting thing while they're going through this next gate is that John's hat is grey, but my and Billy's hat is black.
Now, why is that?
Well, I've only just found this out. But if you are the owner of the horses, you're allowed to wear a grey top hat. But if you're not the owner, you're not allowed to wear grey. Now, isn't that amazing?
It is. You learn something every day, Bob.
Yes, there you are.
I've just fallen in love with those horses. They are absolutely beautiful.
Coming up now to the last gate, not one ball off. He's done terrifically well. He's only had one practice, actually, on this parade ground earlier on.
Now, right hand down with hand.
Actually, he's taking it very serious, isn't he, Bob?
Well, it's a very difficult job. I'll go and see them now. That was... much better than earlier. Well done. That was sensational. Right, I'm up here with them.
Certainly was, Bob. I'd love to congratulate you, Billy. I mean, you look very serious going round the course there. I mean, you were really concentrating very hard, weren't you, Chuck?
Yeah, I was indeed, Cilla.
You're working with a star, Billy, there in John, because you worked also with His Royal Highness, the Duke of Edinburgh, haven't you, John?
Yeah, well, I tried to beat him as well, yes.
Did you? But you didn't.
Well, sometimes I did, yeah.
You did. Well done. You've certainly done us proud here today. Thank you very much, John. But we've got another little task. You're not finished yet, Billy. There's another little task, haven't we? We've got one for him, haven't we, Bob? Tell him about it.
Well, in the back here, we've got 2 parcels that are for members of your studio audience, so we're going to deliver them to you right now along the streets of London.
Oh, super. 2 packages for 2 people sitting right here in our audience.
That's right.
Well, make sure you don't get stuck in the traffic jam.
No, we'll probably cause a traffic jam.
Well done, Billy, once again, and thank you very
Cilla.
much, John Parker.
Oh, it's a pleasure, Cilla.
See you later.
Yeah.
Time to welcome Betty Davis from Solihull. Now, if you remember, and who could forget her, I phoned Betty last week. She's a poet, and I invited her to come on our show and do a few verses for us. So, come in, Betty. Sit down there. Oh, Betty, after speaking to you on the phone last week, Chuck, it's lovely to see you in the flesh, you know.
You too. Didn't we talk?
Well, no, you did, actually.
I was glad you were playing.
Oh, yes, I phoned you. But we had a lovely conversation, didn't we?
Yeah, it was great.
And we really sort of fringed on you. You are actually one of the dare I say it,
Yeah.
the oldest surviving members
Yeah.
of the Betty Fox Babe.
That's right, yes, I am the
Very
oldest. I'm the oldest one that's still entertaining anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you still do a bit of tap dancing?
Well, I sometimes do a little bit of a tap routine while I'm waiting for the greens to boil in the kitchen. Yeah, I do.
But as I told you on the phone, I read your book on poetry, and it really, I mean, not only did it bring a tear of joy to my eye, but a little bit of upset as
Yeah.
well. You've written that marvellous book. Have you got a quick stanza for us? Could you just give
well,
them a little taste
yeah,
of your
well,
talent?
I could give you a little bit, a couple of verses out of the poem about the little girl who's just had a baby brother.
Oh, lovely.
Would you like that one?
Oh, please.
Would you?
Yeah.
Mummy's had a real-life baby boy. He isn't very nice, so I've bitten both his dummies. I pinched him once or twice, and when he cries, it's awful. And when he's changed, whew. Well, I wish we'd had a gerbil, because I think he's opera, don't you? And when it's time for breakfast, he doesn't have no neat wheat, mate. He doesn't. He doesn't have a boiled egg or Marmite soldiers on a plate. He doesn't. My mummy opens all these buttons. You won't believe this, but it's true. I hope he doesn't eat her all, because I think that's opera, don't you?
I'm gone. This is all smashing, you know, but because, you know, I'm a poet, although you don't know it
Oh,
yourself.
no, oh, no,
Yeah.
I've got to listen to this, yes.
Oh, please. Because I've been up all night writing it. Yes, it's an ode to a salesman. Have a listen to this and see how I do,
Yeah,
Betty.
yeah, go on. Go on.
All right, I'm going.
Oh, yes, I'll give you the notes.
I know, I'm ready to go. In Chester, it was Mavis.
Yeah, yeah.
In Liverpool Lane.
Yeah.
It was Linda up in Glasgow. And in Cardiff, it was Jane. In Birmingham, it was Betty. The best of all the bunch. But on his income tax return, it was petrol, oil and lunch. Well, everybody out there and at home as well is looking forward to hearing and seeing you later on. In the meantime, we're going to take a little break there,
Yes, yes.
Betty, all right?
Yeah.
But we will be back in a moment to surprise an amateur photographer and hear a poem from our lovely Betty here. And Gordon will be back with the searchline, so see you in a couple of minutes. Welcome back. Now, Gail Beckett from Dorset is a photographic student at the Bournemouth and Poole College of Art and Design. Her tutor, Sylvia Barnes, wrote and told me that Gail will be finishing her 3-year course in the summer, and she has a burning ambition to break into the highly competitive world of fashion photography. Sylvia said that Gail is a star student and deserves a chance to make her dream come true. Well, our Bob went down to Dorset to put her in the picture.
I'm outside the Bournemouth and Poole College of Art and Design. Somebody's nicked the art, I'm afraid. I don't know what happened to that. At the moment, Gail is inside, awaiting a visit from a male fashion model to talk about a photographic assignment. Well, she's in for a shock on two counts, really, because I'm the male model, heck, and also Top Magazine want to use her photographs. So, let's go and say hello. Right, it's one of these doors, I think. On the right, that's it. A38. Oh, it must be this one. Must be in here somewhere. Gail, is it? Gail Beckett? Hello, Gail. How are you?
What's happening?
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, what's happening?
Surprise. Nice to see you, Gail. Now then, you're a photography student here at the college, aren't you?
Yes.
How long have you got to go on the course?
Another 6 months.
Another 6 months?
Yeah.
That'll be good, won't it? Well, your tutor, you see, Sylvia Barnes, has told us that you've got these ambitions to be a top
Is this running now? Is it?
That's the camera, okay?
Oh, no.
And she's told us
Is
that...
it, what is this for?
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. You know, me and Cilla do all that. Thanks for watching. But anyway, she's like, you're going to be a top fashion
Is everybody
photographer.
else Is everybody else looking as well?
No, there's nobody at all. There's only us here.
I could kill you, Sylvia.
Oh, we should shut up so I can tell you what's happening. Anyway, you're a top fashion photographer, aren't you, Gail?
Yes,
Because
I'd like to be,
you get me very good. You've got, I love the hat and the hair and
Yeah.
stuff. But anyway, so we thought we'd give you your first major assignment, you see. Is that
Right,
right?
yeah.
So how do you fancy going to London, right? Keep your face
Yeah.
in the light so we can see.
Yeah.
And going to London and doing a fashion spread with a top model for Company Magazine.
Yes, that would be nice.
Would that be all right?
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Well, that's what we've arranged. We'll be going right now.
What, right now, at
Yeah.
this moment?
Yeah, right, so where's your coat? Any idea? Oh, you better go and get it then. That's it. Get your coat. This is all a setup, you see, for us. So, sit.
Yeah.
Get your coat there, Gail. I think she's pleased. Obviously watches a lot of the show. And as soon as you're ready, Gail, we can go. Everyone's waiting.
Oh, hi.
Yes, they're all here. Hi.
This is John Carriage. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
These are all the clothes. You can see, as we said, sort of 6 main sort of fashion shots, all bright shirts. These are just a selection. Sharon's having her hair and makeup done now, so if you want to go through, and we can get started.
Hello Maggie, how's it going? Hi Gail, it's going really well. I'm keeping the makeup in natural tones. Okay, so what are we going to do with the hairs? Andrew?
Hi. Personally, I think it should be left very, very naturally for the first shot. And then possibly when we move into the second shot, we can start introducing some very, very sort of soft hair like this, just to zhuzh it up a little bit.
Fantastic. And didn't Gail look every inch the professional, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, she did. And I must say a very big thank you to her team. Andrew Lockyer, Maggie Hunt, Sharon Fisher and John Carriage for making sure Gail was in focus. And here are the very photos that our Gail took. And they're featured in the next issue of Company magazine. Look at that. Isn't that smashing? David Bailey, eat your heart out. And there's our happy snapper sitting in our audience. Where are you, Gail? There she is. Well done. And now it's time for our Gordon Burns on this week's Searchline. So it's over to you, Gordon. And who have you found for us this week, Chuck?
Well, we found lots and lots of people. Now, do you remember I had a photograph album on the show a couple of weeks ago? A lady had gone into a supermarket in Sutton Coldfield and bought a new one, came home, opened it up, and there were lots of photographs in it.
I remember the one, lovely old photos, and new ones as well, yeah?
That's right, it's absolutely beautiful. Well, the actual owner of that photo album was watching the programme, absolutely stunned, and is delighted to have that album back.
Oh, smashing.
Also, Patricia Elizabeth Butler from Australia wanted us to see if we could find her brother Jimmy, who she hadn't seen for 30 years, and we tracked him down. And we were also asked to find Joan Phipps, who was last known at Katong Convent in Singapore, and we found her as well, and I could go on and on and on. But tonight, Searchline kicks off with a sporting theme as we try and find some missing teammates. This is the victorious Rokesley Junior School of 1965. Barry Fitzgerald from Clapham was the centre forward for the school and scored 42 goals during the 65 season when his team remained unbeaten. Barry remembers that his side won the Hornsey Junior Football Cup by beating St James's 3-0, but unfortunately, lack of funds meant that the players never received the cup or their medals. Barry is planning a 25th anniversary get-together and would love to hear from the other players from the team of 65. So if you were in that Rokesley Junior School side and would like to relive those glory, glory days, give us a ring. Now, have you ever felt that things were getting on top of you? Well, this certainly seems to be the case for a George Flaherty, who was last heard of in the Eastbourne area. This picture was sent to us by Phil Thomas, who tells us that George, he's the one on the ground, was a member of the Crown and Manor Boys Club gymnastic team that gave demonstrations during the Festival of Britain in 1951. Although Phil has managed to trace many other teammates from those days, he has lost touch with George and would love to invite him to a reunion in May. So if you're gymnastic George Flaherty, stretch across to the phone and call Searchline. Now, this is the official programme from a famous day in the history of Boston United Football Club. It was on sale on December the 10th, 1955, the day that non-league Boston thrashed Derby County 6-1 in the second round of the FA Cup. Tom Lather wrote to Searchline and told us that he was the Boston United centre-half for that historic battery of the Rams. Tom says that although they were knocked out by Spurs in the next round, he fondly remembers this side and would dearly like to hear from his teammates from that heroic December afternoon. Contact us now and perhaps Tom will be organising more than just a Boston tea party to celebrate. Well, finally, a footballing quickie. James Young from Glasgow is looking for the following players who pulled on their boots beside him for this side, the 1959 Squadron Headquarters team, which was formed by the 42nd Survey Regiment stationed in Cyprus. They are Davy Broadley, William Atchinson, Keith Irwin, Ivor Jones, Robert Fingland and Les Dwight. They were doing their national service at the time, and James says they were unbeatable. So if you know about one of these players or any other of the teammates that I've mentioned tonight, ring our researchers on 01 222 8070 before 10 o'clock tonight. I shall blow the whistle on this half of Searchline, but it is an item of two halves, and I'll be back shortly playing my natural game with end-to-end excitement, so don't leave your seats. Now back to the star of our team, Cilla.
Oh, thanks a lot, Gordon. I shall see you later. And while Gordon's having a rub down with the magic sponge, we'll catch up on our four in hand and see how far away they are. Come in, Bob. Where are you? Oh, look at that. There's Big Ben. Come in if you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear, Cilla.
Lovely big smile on your face, Bob.
Well,
whereabouts are you?
Just look at this. We're going over the Westminster Bridge. Houses of Parliament in the background. This is definitely the way to travel. It's wonderful.
And Billy, have you enjoyed your last couple of days with John?
I have indeed. It was very good.
Have you relaxed more now? Because you looked a bit intense earlier.
Yes, I have cooled down a wee bit, actually, you know.
A lot of concentration needed for all that.
Well, there must be, and the horses... Now, are the horses really extra special? Are they a bit docile, or do you have to do all the work, Bill?
Oh, no, it's a combination. That's what they tell me.
They were trying to explain to me how much power is pulling on you one wrist to control. How much is it?
28 pounds.
28 pounds per horse.
Really?
Yes, true.
And if you had the chance to do it all again, Billy, would you do it all again?
Oh, yes, I would, surely, Cilla.
Ah, isn't that lovely? And I notice you've got tucked on your laps there the surprise prezzies for two members of our audience.
There they are.
Here's a lot.
Can you give us a rough idea how long it'll take you to get here?
Well, at this nice leisurely pace, I'd have thought about 5 or 8 minutes.
Oh, super. Well, it's been lovely talking to you. I can't wait for you both to get to the studio, and let's open those presents for our surprise two members of the audience. See you later.
Okay.
Cheers, Philip.
Cheers. for a bit of culture. Yes, it's our Betty Davis with her poem especially written for the show, our surprise, surprise poem. Come in, Betty.
Friday night. That's the night for me. I've got settled down on my old settee. I've opened my chocolates. I've poured us a drink. Oh, don't say our telly's just gone on the blink. Fred, turn up the knob, turn up the sound. Well, just twiddle the knob. Oh, come out of the road, it's a woman's job. Who's that at our door now? Well, they'll just have to wait. There's a show I must see, and it's starting at 8. There's our Gordon on Searchline. I say he's a bit of all right. He could come and search my line any day. Then there's that Bob Carolgees in that hat. In his hit. I must write in and inquire, because what's happened to Spit? There's a lot of good phone calls. The surprises galore. They'll have long-lost relations who've not met before. There'll be joy in their hearts, maybe tears in their eyes. Come on, Fred, it's just started, look, it's Cilla. Surprise, surprise!
Oh, sweetheart. You're only little and though, aren't you, Betty?
Yeah, little and good.
Yes.
Little and good.
How tall are you?
I'm 4'9".
4'9".
See, now look, I'll show you.
Gosh. But a little bundle of dynamite, isn't she, ladies and gentlemen?
Thank you. Thank you.
And you've made our Gordon go all red. You've done him the power of good. Hey, Betty, we're going to take another break there now. All right, love. But we will be back to hear from our Gordon again. Blush missing, I hope. And I'll be surprising somebody on the telephone. And we'll be opening the surprise packages. So see you in a couple of minutes. Welcome back. Well, I've just heard that our carriage is arriving, so Bob and Billy will be with us shortly. But now it's time to ring somebody's bell over there in Bristol. Her name's Gail Chaplin, and we had a letter from her 10-year-old daughter, Rebecca. She says that her mum, Gail, is a frustrated ventriloquist, and she's dying to throw her voice on television. She's tried already, but apparently a script let her down. Anyway, I'm going to give her a ring now and give her a surprise invitation to come on the show. And she can throw her voice live here on Surprise, Surprise. Now, I know it's 10 digits again. Yes, for little ones for adventure on this show. 10 digits, here we go. There we are. Over in Bristol, I hope she's in.
Hello?
Hello, hello. Can I speak to Gail Chaplin, please? I wonder who that was speaking. They never mentioned anything about a fella.
Hello?
Hello, Gail.
Hello?
Hello. Surprise, surprise, Gail. It's Cilla here.
You kidding?
I'm not. I'm not kidding. It's me in the flesh.
This is one of Anne's jokes. I'm going to kill her.
No, it's not nobody's joke, really. I tell you what it's all about, you see. We had a lovely letter from your daughter, Rebecca.
I'm going to kill her.
No, not just yet, because she's only 10. She's got the rest of her life to live. Well, she tells me that you are a frustrated ventriloquist. Is that right, love?
That's right, yes.
And you've done a bit in your time, but I mean, you've done 1 or 2 sort of auditions, but you were turned down because your script wasn't good enough. Is that right?
Well, I think that's why they turned me down, yeah.
You think?
Yeah, well, they don't tell you. They just tell you that you failed the audition, but, I mean, I think I'm good enough as a ventriloquist. I think it was my material that let me down.
Ah, were you cut to the quick when they told you weren't on?
Yeah.
Oh, what a shame. Now, what kind of dollies do you have? How many do you have for a start?
Oh, I've got about 6.
6?
Yeah, maybe 7.
Maybe 7. What are the names? Can you remember all the names offhand?
You want them all?
Yes, why not?
Oh, we started with Jackie.
Jackie.
Then Jamie, Tiny Tim, JJ, Claude.
Claude? What's Claude like?
He's a cat.
Ah, Claude the cat. How many dolls was that? How many more have you got?
Well, there's Claudette, Joe, Jock the Croc. Yeah.
Now, what does Jock the Croc do?
Oh, he's a crocodile.
Oh, I see.
Puppet.
Well, how does a crocodile talk? Just put yourself in the position as Jock the Croc.
What is the sausages?
Where's the sausages?
It doesn't sound right over the phone.
Doesn't it? Well, I tell you what, surprise, surprise, Gail. You can surprise us and come on our show and do a little bit of ventriloquism for us. Will you do that?
I'd love to.
Bring all your dolls with you, Jock the Croc, Claude the cat, and all the others. And we hope to see you on the show next week. Will you do that, Gail?
I'd love to, Cilla.
Well, don't worry about the script, because we'll write a little script for you.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So, Gail, you've got no excuse now, have you?
I haven't.
If you don't do well on the show, you're rubbish. No, we look forward to seeing you next week, Gail, with all the dolls, and we'll pick the best ones for the show, all right?
That's brilliant, sir. I'm absolutely ecstatic.
Ah, isn't that nice? What are you going to say to your Rebecca now?
I'm going to give her a big kiss.
Oh, isn't that lovely? Well, we look forward to seeing you next week, love, all right?
That's lovely. Thanks ever so much, Cilla.
You're very welcome. Ta-ra, Gail.
Thank you. Ta-ra.
Bye. Super. Well, we look forward to meeting Gail next week. But right now, let's meet our man, Gordon, again. And what goodies have you got for us now, Gordon?
Well, I thought I'd start off with a question. You might like to answer it, indeed. And that's how many people can honestly say that they like their boss?
Oh, like my boss? Oh, I fell in love with him. I married him. Ah, isn't that nice?
If I blushed earlier, he is now right at the back. So anyway, Brenda White, born Haynes, certainly has fond memories of her first boss when she left school and took a job at a photographer's in 1948. His name was Kenneth Edward Flukes, and he ran the KEF studio in Gants Hill, Ilford, where she worked until 1950. When Brenda left to get married, her friendly boss shot her wedding photos and some years later took this picture of Brenda's sons. Eventually, Kenneth Flukes moved away, and Brenda thinks he may have moved to Spain. Brenda would love some information about his whereabouts because she says he was the best boss she ever worked for. And now proof that some holiday romances do work, a fact that will cost one viewer tonight a bottle of champagne. A warm, balmy night, the gentle lapping of the waves along the shore, a full moon shining from the clear, starry sky in an exotic location. Well, not quite. This was a disco at Thorness Bay Holiday Park on the Isle of Wight. Judy Guy from Southampton was there in August 1977 with a school friend. They met 2 young men, and Judy instantly fell for one of them. A week later, the boy proposed, and they got officially engaged. The other young man was called Mark, and he was totally skeptical. Holiday romances don't work, he proclaimed. If this ends in marriage, I'll buy you a bottle of champagne. Well, 2 years later, the wedding did take place, and Judy and her husband will celebrate their 10th anniversary very shortly on April the 12th. Alas, they lost touch with Mark before they married, but would like to invite him to the anniversary celebrations, complete with a bottle of champagne that he owes them. Now, here's a picture of Mark. That's him on the right, and in the background is Ainsley, Judy's husband. So, Mark, pop down to the local off-licence, buy a bottle of bubbly, and give us a ring. Now, Daphne Sully from Bury recently contacted Searchline in the hope that she could find her long-lost twin brothers. Well, I went along to see Daphne to hear her story.
Well, when I was 6 months old, there was me, my brother Andrew, and the twins Nigel and Victor Evans, born on 28th of August 1967. The family split up, and my mother took my eldest brother with her, and me and the twins, Nigel and Victor, were fostered. The last place the twins known to live was Beryl Street Children's Home in Tottington, in Bury. After that, they were adopted and was believed to have gone to Cumbria, believing that to be Barrow-in-Furness. And that is the last I've heard anything about where they are. I've never ever seen the twins, and I'd love them to get in touch with Searchline, because in the next 2 years I'm hoping to get married, and I'd love them to be at the wedding.
So if you're watching Twins, Nigel and Victor, get in touch now. Indeed, if anyone can help us with any of our stories tonight, please call us on 01 222 8070. Our researchers will be answering your calls until 10 o'clock tonight, or you could always drop us a line at Searchline, surprise, surprise, London Weekend Television, South Bank TV Centre, London SE99 6YW. That's it for this week. Now back to Cilla.
Oh, well, God, normally I say here, see you next week, but we won't be seeing you next week, will we? Where are you going to be?
Well, it's a real drag, I know, but I'm going down under to Sydney, Australia.
Oh, you're making me feel very envious. You see, next week, instead of surprise, surprise, we'll be bringing you a live Searchline special on Good Friday. I'll be here, and we'll be trying to put people in touch with absent friends and to help to find their lost loved ones, won't we, Gordon?
We will indeed, and I'll be bringing you a special report from Sydney when I'll be talking to people living in Australia who've lost touch with their friends and families here in the UK.
Yes, and I'll be thinking of you on that lovely flight to Australia. Give everybody our love when you get down under. Most important of all, have a safe trip.
Thank you. I'm
See
really
you when you
looking
get
forward
back.
to it. Yes.
Well, they're here, so come on in, Bob and Billy. Come on, lads. And you brought the surprise packages. Let's see who's this first one for. I'm never so excited. I've never felt so excited.
It's like Christmas.
Yes. Oh, and this one's for Gail Beckett. Gail, come on, come and get your Prezi. Come down and join us, Gail. Have a sit down there next to me, Gail, our amateur, but not so amateur photographer. Well, there you are. There's the Prezi. Let's open it up. Yes. Oh, well, we'll have to turn that over, won't we? Look at that. Surprise, surprise. What do you think about that, Gail?
Yes, it's good.
You have made the front cover of next month's Company magazine, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that marvellous? Congratulations. Now, I have to say, the editor, Jill Hudson, of Company magazine, I mean, she doesn't take any prisoners whatsoever. You obviously met her that day. And it's all purely on merit that you've made the front cover. She hasn't done you any favours whatsoever. It's all on your talent. We wish you a lot of luck for the future. And we're ever so proud, because it's the first for us on Surprise, Surprise. Isn't that lovely? Take it away and enjoy it. Bob, I think she needs a drink after this.
Right.
And I think Billy does too, because you did ever so well too. Well done, the pair of you. Congratulations. I'm so pleased. Lovely. Yeah. Oh, and there's more. There's more. Another surprise here. It's a bottle of bubbly, and it's to David and Tricia Ling. Where are you, David and Tricia Ling? Would you like to come down and collect your bottle of bubbly, please? Sit next to me, David. Isn't that lovely? Well, you've got a nice bottle of bubbly there. Isn't that a nice surprise?
It is, thank you very much.
Don't open it just yet. They will all want to drop, won't you? Yeah. You can't. It's just for them, especially for them. And we've got another lovely surprise. This time it's for you, David. Because your Tricia over here, yes, it's her fault. She wrote and told me all about you. And I want you to cast your mind back, as sad as it may be, really way back to your childhood when you were just 5 years old, and a very tragic thing happened to you. In fact, by a freak accident, your mother was killed when a wall fell on top of her, and it was only by luck that she sent you home just yards earlier that you survived. Well, because of this terrible tragedy, you withdrew totally within yourself. In fact, so much so that you lost your speech.
That's right, yeah.
But you had a very loving family surrounding you. You had your grandmother, and you had your favourite Uncle Jack and Auntie Vera, didn't you? Mm-hmm. In fact, you looked upon your Uncle Jack and Auntie Vera as your second parents, didn't you?
That's right, yeah.
In fact, they coaxed you and cajoled you and brought you out of your shell, till eventually you started talking again.
That's right.
And then when you were just 8 years old, they emigrated to New Zealand.
That's right, yeah.
And your grandmother looked after you, and you kept in touch, but sadly when your grandmother died, you lost touch.
That's right.
And you haven't seen them for over 36 years.
No.
In fact, you don't know where they are in New Zealand.
No.
Well, we do. They're right here. After 36 years, say hello to your Uncle Jack and Auntie Vera. Come in, Uncle Jack and Auntie Vera. Say hello to them.
Full of small surprises, it's a never-ending game. If nothing is impossible, will you believe your eyes? If the unexpected brings a smile, that's a big surprise, surprise, surprise. The unexpected hits you between the eyes. The unpredictable, that's the surprise you see. Surprise, surprise.
Well, I'm afraid that's all we have time for this week. But join us for more surprises at the same time next week on Searchline Special. I'd like to thank everybody who's taken part in tonight's show, especially our Gordon Burns and our lovely Bob Carolgees. Until Searchline Special, Good Friday, it's ta-ra then. Ta-ra!
Surprise, Surprise returns in 2 weeks' time. Coming up next tonight on Yorkshire, Survival Special visits the elephants of the Tsavo National Park in Kenya.